Okay, hi everyone. So I'm really sorry, first of all, if the audio is echoey. I'm in my bathroom. I can't really soundproof my shower. So today, well, the reason why we're in my bathroom is because I have wanted to do a skincare video, and I've been wanting to do it for like a while now, but I've been waiting for like the right time to do it. I'm like, well, I don't know if I should do it today because I'm not wearing makeup and I need to show people how I take off my makeup. And yeah, I just kind of reached this point where I realized if I don't do it soon, it's just not gonna happen. And I really do want to do it because lately I have been super into skincare. Probably since the beginning of last semester, this past fall semester, I've been into skincare a lot, but now I've been like, I think I found the right routine for me that's been really helping me, like more so than anything else I've done. And this, like, I've been noticing changes in my skin, like good things. I'm breaking out a lot less. And yeah, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this skincare video, other than the fact that, like I said, I found like a routine that actually works for me, is the fact that I have been watching so many skincare videos on YouTube, specifically the channel, I think his channel name is just Hyram, but it's Skincare with Hyram. His stuff is really awesome and he's really knowledgeable about different ingredients, so I definitely recommend watching him. He's great and he's inspired me to do this. So yeah, I'm actually going to show you the routine I'm doing tonight, and then in the second half of this video I'm going to tell you about the little changes I make to my skincare routine depending on how my day was. And when I say changes, I mean like masks, and I go between 2 cleansers. I used to go between 3. You can see them back there. But yeah, so that's basically the things I'm going to explain, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first step in my skincare routine is to get changed into a robe or your pajamas or a towel or something, just not your regular everyday clothes, because they will get wet with water from your sink if you're like me and you just make a mess everywhere you go. So let's do that. And now I am back in my nice, lovely silk robe. So I've changed into this, and I am also going to put on this lovely headband to keep my little baby hairs out of the way because they're annoying as heck. So first off, I want to start talking about my skin type, and then I will explain to you the products that I am going to use this evening. So while editing this, I realized that I went on a super long rant about my skin type that I did not need to go on to prove my point and tell you about the skin type I have and how it developed. So here is a more condensed version of that rant in voiceover form. So here we go. All right. So before middle school, life was swell and I had pretty skin. Then puberty hit me like a truck in the worst way possible. So come 7th grade, I developed really bad acne, and I would really like to thank my middle school induced stress and my father's genes for that one. Anyways, I eventually went to a dermatologist in middle school around like 7th grade to try and fix my French fry grease-like face, and that could have helped, but I was way too lazy to use my topical treatments that were prescribed to me. So instead of just putting some cream on my face, I continuously squeezed and picked at my cystic acne, my gross whiteheads, and my millions of blackheads, which ended up just leaving me with some permanent acne scars. And picking at my skin is only a habit that I learned to break recently, so it's really hard to break, but if you cannot pick at your skin, just don't do it. It's so bad for you. Anyways, freshman year of high school came along and I finally went to the dermatologist again, where I got prescribed an oral treatment this time and also 2 new topical treatments, which did help me a lot. So I was pretty acne free, or I at least was able to control my breakouts for a while. Then sophomore year and junior year came along and my skin during the winter of sophomore year got weirdly dry. And during those 2 years of my high school, my skin stayed really dry and it was absolutely horrible. And it didn't even matter what moisturizer I used. It was just drier than a desert. And keep in mind, at this point, I only really knew about drugstore products, so I probably could have used a higher end brand and maybe gotten better results, but I don't know if that would have even helped. I don't know what was going on with my skin at that time. But one thing I did discover during this time was that the Simple brand moisturizer with SPF helped a bit, and also the jojoba oil face masks from Bath & Body Works helped. But despite these minor wins for my skin at this point, I was still super dry until the spring of 2019, when my skin started to get oily again. But that did not take away my dryness. Oh no. My dryness was still an issue for me, so I ended up with just having a really gross, like, flaky, oily T-zone that was disgusting, and I hated it. And I kind of just suffered from this until I finally discovered some higher-end brands and found the right products that worked for me. All this to say, I do have combination skin, I think. I mean, I'm pretty confident that is my skin type, but you know, as you can see, my skin has changed a lot throughout the years, so we'll see where my skin is in a few years from now. But right now, it's definitely combination, and even though it is combo, I do try to focus on the moisture aspect of my skincare routine, just because my skin can dry out very easily. I've also picked up my dermatologist prescribed acne treatments once again, because I did stop using them when my skin got super dry, and my acne treatments have been helping a lot lately, so that's really awesome, and I'm really thankful for that. So, as you can tell, my skin is very confusing, so I hope this routine can help some of you out there who also have really weird, sensitive, confusing skin. So, let's get into my routine for the night. So, first I use my Neutrogena makeup wipes in my 9-step skincare routine for tonight, just to take off my makeup. Sometimes I'll use a cleansing oil if I have a lot of like heavy black stuff on my eyes, because you don't want to be tugging at your eyes, but I can use those tonight. Then I go in with my little sample of my Shiseido Clarifying Cleansing Foam, which this cleanser is actually super awesome, and I plan on getting a full size when I run out of this one. So I'm going to use that because I feel like my skin's been a little more oily today, and this really helps with oil control. After that, I'm going to use 2 toners, because the Shiseido, even though it helps with oil control, I'm afraid it can sometimes be like too stripping. So I will go in with my Laneige Moisturizing Toner just on parts of my skin I feel like dry out easily, and on the parts of my skin that I have blackheads, I'm gonna go in with my GlamGlow SuperToner, because it is an exfoliating acid solution, and it has salicylic acid, which is a wonderful thing to keep your pores nice and clean and prevent you from getting blackheads. So that is what this looks like. It does have fragrance in it though, so once I run out of this, I'm probably going to try looking for a new toner to replace this with, and maybe a cheaper one. After that, I go in with my dermatologist prescribed acne cream. It is, I guess it's just the generic brand of retin-A or micro-retin-A, but basically it's retin-A, which is actually, I learned, a form of vitamin A, and it is very effective, but you do have to use sunscreen with it because it can make your skin really sensitive, since it causes it to like peel off. Like when you use this stuff, you go through a stage where your skin starts to peel, and then it reheals itself, kind of as if you were getting a sunburn. You know, your skin peels and then it reheals. So this stuff's really strong. That's why you got to go to the dermatologist to get it. And this is retin-A. Keep that in mind, not retinol, because retinol, apparently, I've heard this from someone, don't know if it's true or not, but apparently retinol is not actually clinically proven to be effective. Retin-A is. Retinol, they don't really know. I mean, it might be good. If I'm wrong, please someone let me know, but retin-A is where it's at. And then next, I go in with my spot treatment on any acne spots I have. As you can see, I got them. So this is the Murad Acne Control, or Murad, I think it's Murad. The Murad Acne Control Rapid Relief Acne Spot Treatment. So this is part of their acne line, and they are actually really good for getting rid of acne. So love this. This has helped me like a ton. Then for my moisturizer, I go in with my Laneige, which is my favorite skincare brand ever. My Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. I already have another jar of this because I knew I'd run out once I got this one, but I love this so much. And after that, I will go in with my Shiseido Eye Cream. It's the Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. This is just a little sample I have. I also use some other products too, which I will show you afterwards. And then lastly, for my lips, for moisture, I use some other stuff too, but tonight I am just gonna use a regular old Aquaphor, which this is pretty affordable and it's pretty great. It's like Vaseline pretty much, and it works wonders. So here's my skincare routine. Okay, so first I am taking off my makeup with my Neutrogena makeup wipe. I didn't wear foundation, I just have my eyes and eyebrows on, so that's what I'm taking off. And as you can see, I'm pulling off my mascara, which also pulls out my lashes, but I don't really know how else to get it off, so whoops. And then I go in with my Shiseido clarifying cleansing foam, and I forgot to wet my face, so I just stuck my whole face under the sink because I already had soap on my hands.
Oh god, I got it in my eye.
Alright, so there I am rinsing the foam off my face, and yes, I do stick my whole face under the sink.
Though I have washed my face and hair still got in it, but it's fine.
And there I am drying off my face, and now I'm going in with my Laneige moisturizing toner just to tone up and moisturize up all the drier areas of my face, and I've noticed it helps a lot. Next, I'm going in with my GlamGlow toner to help prevent blackheads. I usually put this on my chin, nose, and just kind of like the perimeter of my face, I guess. After that, I go in with my Tretinoin gel, which is basically like micro-retin-A, so that's my dermatologist acne cream, so I'm putting that just everywhere where I have acne scars and current breakouts. Then I go in with my spot treatment, which I just put on my current breakouts, and I try to use it sparingly because it was kind of expensive, but it does work super well. After that, I go in with my favorite moisturizer ever, so I just put that all over my face, and I put a fairly liberal amount on to make sure my skin is super moisturized and hydrated. So I'm just getting that all over my face. And then after that, I go in with my Shiseido Eye Cream under my eyes just to make sure I can try and prevent dark circles as much as possible, and then I finally put the Aquaphor on my lips, and that's it.
Alright everybody, so I am back again, and it is another night. I tried to do my hair in this like side bun thing. I don't know if it looks good or not because I never do anything with my hair ever, if you haven't noticed already in my previous videos. But yeah, now that it is a new night, I have my battery recharged and a new SD card in my camera. I am ready to talk about all the little changes I make to my skincare routine because it's a lot. I had to make a list of when I use what in different situations because I apparently change it up that much. But before I start with that, one thing I forgot to write down on this list is, I think I mentioned it before, but I want to show you like what I actually use. If I have a lot of like heavy black eye makeup on, like a lot of eyeliner or something like the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, instead of using a makeup wipe so I'm not pulling at my eyes and like trying to pull my freaking lashes out when I take off the mascara, I use this Tatcha Cleansing Oil, although I really want to find a dupe for this just because it is so expensive and I really like it. And I usually don't like putting oil on my face, but for my eyes, I really like this. So yeah, if anyone has any ideas for a dupe of this, that would be great because like I cannot afford a $70 oil. Okay, so we are all ready to talk about my different skincare things. So first I'm gonna go over my morning routine. For my morning routine, I have like a lot of different options. So I'm gonna start reading them. So if I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at this cheat sheet I made for myself. But yeah, so if I'm oily in the morning, what I like to use is a micellar water just because it's not super drying, but it definitely helps get the oil and clean your face a little bit if you maybe got oily overnight or if you like sweat at night, because I am a sweaty person and it kind of sucks. But yes, I use that, and then I will go in with my Laneige Hydroessence just to replenish some of the moisture I might have taken out, and it's not super heavy, so it works out really well because it won't make you oily. Next, if my skin is dry, I use the Laneige Moisture Toner. So I will skip a micellar water in the morning if my skin is dry for some reason. That usually doesn't happen too much anymore. That moisture toner is really great because it's a really good moisturizer without being too heavy. So it's like comfortable to wear as you're getting up and starting to do things for the day. And then after that, I'll put on the Hydroessence too, just like because it feels like an actual moisturizer, so just to help lock it in. But you could also use those things separately as well if you're dry in the morning, depending on how dry you feel and how much hydration you feel your skin needs. And then this I kind of already covered, but if I use a mask, like a sleeping mask the night before, what I will do is take that off with a cotton pad with some water on it, go over my face with some micellar water just to make sure the mask is completely off, because certain masks I notice, they work really well overnight, but if you leave them on for longer than you're supposed to have them on, it's just not good. It can like make you break out, and then it's just like too much stuff on your skin for the day. So you want to put some fresh products on your face. You don't want to leave anything on for that long. So what I will do is take the simple micellar water to make sure everything's off, and then I just go in with my Laneige moisturizing toner and also the Laneige Hydroessence to replenish some of the moisture I could have taken out, and then I go about my day. And I know I need to wear sunscreen, but I can't find one that doesn't break me out. If anyone has any recommendations for like a good sunscreen that does not break you out, that's really good for sensitive skin, please tell me, because I would love to start incorporating sunscreen into my routine every day, because I know it's super important. I just can't find one that works with my skin. All right, and this isn't really like a morning routine thing, but I will put on my spot treatment throughout the day as needed. Like if I accidentally like pick a pimple or something, I'll put it on just to make sure it heals and like dries up and I don't cause any more acne. So I either use the Murad one or my Target brand Up and Up spot treatment. That one is a lot cheaper and you get more product in the bottle. I feel like the Murad one works a lot better, but that one's still decent. So I just use that throughout the day as I need to. But also with that, you don't want to overuse it because spot treatments will sensitize your skin a little bit. But yeah, now we can finally get on to my nighttime routine. So the first nighttime routine I wrote down is basically what I did last night that I actually show you in this video, and that's for if my skin is feeling extra oily or if I'm wearing a lot of makeup that day, which will hence make my skin more oily. So you've already heard about that. And so if I'm having a normal day, what I would usually use, like if my skin isn't too oily or too dry, just in between, and I'm just doing my thing, my regular nighttime thing without adding any masks, I go in with my Drunk Elephant Jelly Cleanser, which I love very much. That's also really good at breaking down makeup, so sometimes I will use that to help get eye makeup off as well. It works really well. And after that, I will either go in with my GlamGlow toner to help keep my pores clean, or my Tarte Tingling Treatment Toner. And that I actually only use once a week because I have heard from some friends that have used it that if you use it daily, it works really well, but your skin starts to become like dependent on it. And they said like the day they stopped using it, they started getting breakouts because they weren't using it. And I don't want my skin to become like that dependent on a product. And I don't know if it, for all I know, my skin could be dependent on like all of the products I use, but I'm not really sure about that. So yeah. So I just use the tingling treatment once a week on Monday, so I gotta use it tonight. And that's just because I feel like it really clears out my pores. Like the GlamGlow one helps clear them out and keeps them clean, but that one does like all the heavy lifting when it comes to gunk in my pores and sebaceous filaments and whatnot. After I use my toner, I go in with my Retin-A acne cream. So I know not everyone's going to be using that, but if you have one, that's when you would want to put it in your routine after your cleanser and your toner before your moisturizer. After that, I then go in my spot treatment like I did last night. See, you can see now where my skin routine does have its like core elements always. And then I will go in with my eye cream, which I actually use some different ones. It really depends like what I feel like, that determines what eye cream I use. I don't know the difference between all of them, which I know I should, but like, So I go between the Laneige Eye Sleeping Mask and the Clinique one, what's it called? The Clinique Moisture Surge Eye Cream, and then also the little Shiseido one that you saw last night. So those are the eye creams I use. And then lastly, I do my lips. So I also use a variety of things for my lips depending what I'm feeling like. I sometimes use the Laneige Sleeping Mask. I have the apple lime scent. It just, if I feel like it, I use the grapefruit Laneige, just regular lip balm. They have in a little tube. I really like it, but it's $15, so I use it sparingly, but it does work really well. In my opinion, it actually works better than Aquaphor, which is surprising. And that's the other thing I use is Aquaphor. It's cheap, affordable, works well, so. And finally, we are on to the last step. Well, not really the last step, but like the last add-on to my skincare routines, which is masks. I love masks so much. They have helped me so much more than I ever thought they would. when I first got into skincare, I was like, why do I need masks? This is stupid. I don't use it every day. What's the point? But after having worked at Sephora for a bit and just exploring different masks, I have come to realize what a good quality mask is and how they can actually help. So first I want to tell you when I put my mask into my routine, and then the different ones I use depending on how my skin's feeling that day. So yeah. So when I am adding in my mask in a skincare routine, I will typically do it right after I cleanse my face before I do anything else. This is if it's like a wash-off mask, not a sleeping mask. Those ones I do at the very, very end of my routine. But for the ones that you wash off, I'll do my regular rest of my skincare routine after I do the mask, and the mask comes right after I cleanse, but before everything else. I'm like excited now. I really like my masks like a lot. So the different masks I use consist of some wash-off ones and some overnight ones. 3 of them are pretty affordable because they're from the Sephora collection, and they're actually really good. At first I was wary of them. I was like, it's just Sephora collection. I don't know how good it'll be, but they were actually really nice. So those 3 are the banana mask, the acai mask, and the hemp mask. So the hemp one helps to reduce redness. The acai one is anti-pollution, so it helps like prevent breakouts, and it helps, I guess, kind of clean out your pores, but just stop stuff from getting in your pores. Like it helps protect your skin against free radicals. And then the banana one is a moisturizing one. So my next wash off mask is a little bit more of a pricey one, but the good thing is that it lasts for like a super long time. Like I still have a sample of it and I'm still going through that, and I've used it once a week for like a month now. So that, or maybe even twice a week for a month, but it's really great. And that is the Henriksen Phat Facial. I really like it because I use it when my skin is dry and flaky, like it needs to be exfoliated, because for me physical exfoliants are just too harsh. So that really helps. And also if my skin just looks dull, because that really helps exfoliate my skin and brighten it up. And it's also really hydrating, so it doesn't like sensitize my skin, and it doesn't, you know, cause me to have any other skin concerns when I use it, because I know some masks, you'll use them and it'll fix one problem but cause another, but this one seems to fix all my problems. And that, like I said before, is also a wash off one, and you leave it on for about 20 minutes, and that one I also just put right after I cleanse, wash it off, and then I do the rest of my routine. So yeah. Finally, onto the very last part of this video, because I know it's going to be long. So the other 2 masks that I use are, of course, from my favorite brand, Laneige, and they are both sleeping, like hydrating sleeping masks, and they're a little bit different, but like I said, both great for hydration. So the first one, which is actually the first ever product I got from Laneige, is the water sleeping mask. And this one, which I actually used yesterday, but I really like using this because it's great if you are dehydrated that day and your skin is dry because of it. And it's just really gentle and soothing, so if you're experiencing like any redness or like irritation, it just really helps calm your skin down. So that is the Laneige water sleeping mask. And the other one I got, which is an online exclusive at Sephora, is the time-free sleeping mask. This one is also hydrating, but it has like peptides in it, and it's also focused on anti-aging. So I will use this, like if my skin's irritated, I feel like maybe it could be too much and I would just go with the normal water sleeping mask. But this one I like to use if my skin looks kind of dull and feels dry, because it helps kind of like plump up your face a bit with the peptides, because that is what they do, because they're I think they're a type of protein. I'm pretty sure it is, but I know it helps plump up your face. So I use that, and it also helps a lot with hydration, and it really helps to seal in the rest of your skincare routine. So I really like that. But yeah, those are like all the products I will ever use in my skincare routine. So I hope you liked it, and I hope you could follow along. Anyways, that is it for this bathroom setting video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope that this can help some people who have weird skin issues like I do, because I know when I didn't know what was going on with my skin, I was just so confused, and I felt like no one else had the same issues as I did, and everyone's skin is different, so I guess that makes sense. But still, even if your skin type is somewhat similar to mine, I really hope this can help, or I at least gave you some ideas for products you can try. But yeah, that is it. So I will be back for the next video where I finally review the Acai Cosmetics palette. And apart from that, that is it for today. So I will see you in the next video.